All right, well, awkward moment. I didn't realize I wasn't live for the last 20 fucking minutes. So let's go over a quick recap what we got here. So we are currently working on Frax Kit, kindly provided by Fabrico. So far, all we've gotten together is the base of this. So this was just 8mm pin, 8mm bushing, a washer, and that all goes together like so. That's all you've missed so far of the build. Yeah, so apologies on that. I hate the fact that you've got to do start and then go live on this thing. It's a pain in the butt. Anyway, so yeah, kit kindly provided by Fabrico. This is the Frax kit, which, if you're interested, link in the description. They are available for pre-order over on Fabrico's site. Got a GitHub page over here. Yeah, so that's where we're at. Just unwrapped everything, got all the parts laid out. Need two of these. We're looking at the CAD, trying to figure out where the ones with the magnets go. There's the other one with the magnet. Excellent. Pretty straightforward. Can't believe I did not push the button to go live. Can't believe I didn't look up at the screen. I've got it up there to monitor the stream. I'm an idiot. It's long. Had another stream before this. It is what it is. Trying to get this done before I leave for vacation today. So yeah. Pretty simple. This is heat set iron. For those that are not familiar with it. What is my daughter doing over here? My 6-year-old, 5-year-old will get the dead blow hammer out to take freezy pops and turn them into slushies by smashing them. Anyway, so yes, let's see. So 2 of these arms will get magnets. That attract each other. So we're just gonna put that in there like so. We're going to come over here to the CAD. So these ones do not get a spring. Got M3x8. Go in here. I need to figure out what size magnet this is. Where are you? Hardware? Heat set. Front head cap screw, pocket screw. No. Cable mount. Hex counter sunk. Where is it? All right. Holy crap, I'm confused now. It's like there's magnets up here too. 6x3 magnet. So I don't know where all these 6x2 magnets go. Two dabs of super glue. Ooh, I got that all over the place. Oh God. Got that all over. Ah. All right. Well, they definitely attract each other. Making a freaking mess. Making a freaking mess. All right. Let's get this attached to the bottom of another arm. That's going to go there. There's that. Another M3x8 out. Go there. All right. Now, let's set on these. We need these longer ones. These go like 90 millimeters in, but let's see. I don't know if that's 90 millimeters to the center or 90 millimeters to the start of it. But we're doing 90 millimeters to the start of it. So this is going to make its way onto bench. I'm going to replace the black folding table you see behind me piled with laundry. Got to finish packing for trip. But anyway, yeah, it's going to make its way onto the ultimate 3D printing workbench. Going to have this on there for all the heat sets. Going to do the drawers from Gerari. If you haven't checked it out, there's a video on the channel where I talked to Gerari over at Murph about his project, and they're incredible. Best drawer system I've seen. Every time I see one, I'm like, yeah, that's nice and all, but you know, for what it would cost you to 3D print that, you'd be better off just buying something. And this is the first time where I've seen something where it's like, all right, this kind of justifies actually 3D printing it rather than just buying some off-the-shelf solution. And then hopefully long-term, short-term, somewhere in between, there'll be a whole streaming setup on there. So computer, monitors, all that for stream setup from that bench. Try to make content a little bit better on the channel in that way. Got to get some sponsors for that though. Need to find filament sponsor because it's a lot of filament to print those drawers. Possibly a sponsor for like the computer stuff. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see. All right, let's put ends on these other ones. Oh, wait. Did I? Well, I did not. We need screw in the end. Put screw in the end of each of these. Yeah. All right. There we go. Another screw in the end. This kit came with a very nice clamp. Eventually it'll get bolted down to the new workbench. But till then, I think it'll get clamped onto the end of onto here when we need to use it. Something like this. Something like that. Yeah, somewhere along there. We'll figure it out. It's a little weird the way the trim is. Anyway, so there's that. We need to put these long posts. Where's the other long post? Long post. Where are you, long post? What? Uh-oh. There it is. Like I know I printed everything. Again with 90 millimeters in. These are what the springs are going to attach to. I will admit this is a terrible time to stream, like even worse than my normal time. 5 o'clock in the morning, East Coast time. By then, all your late night people have finally passed out. All your early morning people aren't quite awake yet. And it's really early for like West Coast folks. But I wanted to get this done before I left for vacation. We're gonna revisit this. Probably put up a whole video. And then, of course, we'll check it out again when we do the workbench itself. Low Sync, good morning. How are you today? I will say about the timing of the stream, the banner for my channel and the intro outro thing does say random videos randomly. So, you know, the warning was there. Just woke up to head to work. Yeah, I could see that. Sucks to be working on a weekend. I hear something. Sounds like people outside. No. All right, that was weird. All right, we're gonna do like the most blasphemous thing I can think to do with all this, and that is to use a stealth press to put the heat sets into. Oh, I don't know why I find that amusing, but I do. Anyway, stealth press. So this is awesome. This is going to be more awesome. So the issue with this is thick stuff. It does not, you know, big things, not great for. This articulating, I mean, I can put heat sets in some mammoth things with this. Looks like we got 1, 2 heat sets on the side. No, it was talking. It was like a little girl's voice. On the other side of this wall is a hallway. And yeah, I don't know. All right. We did have a raccoon out there. Well, I didn't. The neighbor did. He's getting into his chickens. One. Right. So there's that. These on with the springs attached to. What? Two. Three. Four. Get out our washers. Work. One. A two. Then it would seem that these just screw straight into plastic. I've not seen any. Well, I know they make them big, giant M5 heat sets. It would have been cool to have some M5 heat sets on the other side of this. That Mammoth, good morning. How are you today? Dun, 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 dun. All right, there's one. Got our washers. Doing just fine. Oh, you have one? Nice. Yeah, I wanted one, so I remember exactly where I was. I was in Micro Center buying some of the stuff for the streaming setup. Walked over to Marshall's, and because the girls were all over there looking at clothing in Marshall's, when I got the notification from Fabrico that this was going up for pre-order, and I did not have the funds to get one. I really wanted one. Then speaking with Hector, wanted to help the channel out, sponsor some content, sent me over this kit. So shout out to Fabrico. Link in the description. They just updated their policy stuff. I mean, I was floored in a good way. In a good way. I don't know how many times I have ordered something just for it to immediately go on sale or something, like later that day, the next day. It would seem that now you've got I can't remember the length of time, maybe 2 weeks or something like that, that if the price gets reduced, they'll take care of that for you. Price matching to everybody else. If you find it cheaper on one of the other US supplier sites, they're going to price match it. And I mean, I've just, not even for me, just, you know, when like the box turtle kits came out, and I mean, I didn't get my box turtle kit from Fabrico, but they flew their kits in to get them out to customers right away. It seems like they have switched from using the post office to using FedEx and UPS exclusively in response to the post office is terrible delivery times. They've lost quite a few packages of mine within the last 12 months. I didn't think I was going to get my Doom Cube stuff for the Micron at all. It was lost for over a month. You know that Micro Center? Do you live in the Columbus area, that moment? Yeah, Hector's a good guy. He's he also sponsored parts that I needed for a switch wire build coming up. Jason LDO sponsored the filament for it. Hector sponsored some of the incidental parts. I had most of the stuff, but it's the little things that just nickel and dime the shit out of you when you're doing a self-source build. So he helped with those last bits of nickel and diming stuff. All right, so this is the front side. Maybe. Nope. Okay. This is the front side. That makes more sense. Raj, good morning. Yeah. All right, so I just got a graphics card in the mail because I clicked on the wrong one. I got a Quattro P400 for the server that I just got and installed. Going down some home lab rabbit holes. I don't know enough about it. Almost lunchtime, Raj. It is 6 o'clock here. I've essentially been streaming since like 2 a.m. because I did a stream before this. Stopped that one, got something to eat. Went to start this one. Was supposed to start at 5. I started streaming at 5. Never hit the go live button. So yeah. 20 minutes later. Huh. That's weird. Why is the go live button there rather than the end broadcast? Proxmox, yeah. I don't know what to do with it at this point. I got Proxmox installed and now I don't know what to do after that. I've got a couple things I would like to do. My kids would like me to set up a Minecraft server. But anyway, I was trying to buy one of the Quattro P2000 GPUs to put in this thing. It's a Dell R230. So I was going to take out the hardware RAID card, put in a GPU card, because not using hardware RAID, I don't really have very many smart things. I've got the garage door opener that I can't get to freaking pair to the Unify system I just installed. And then I got some smart light bulbs up in the kids' my youngest bedroom that I also haven't set up with the new Wi-Fi, the new Unify system. So I need to do that. But I don't have very much smart home stuff. Not that I'm like opposed to it, I just don't have any. Okay. I think we got some answers for where these other whatchamacallits might go. Magnets. Okay, no. No. Your trash. Get some of this trash out of here. Huh. Seems to be short some screws. I wonder if they did not account for the screws that go into the bottom. Yeah, I saw the ESP32 cameras before. They look really interesting. Because I would like to do some in-home security cameras, and that looks like a cheap way to go. I haven't priced it out exactly how much those things cost to make, but I would like to have a security camera or two out here in the garage. I'd like to have some outside, but I don't know that. I'm sure there's some sort of waterproof whatever you can put on it, and have them outside. So like 3x8. What do you use that for? Yeah, I think that's exactly what it was. They did not account for the screws into the base of the extrusions. Okay. Okay, yeah. Um, I know there's some great software and stuff out there for that. I have not checked it out. All right, so we got some springy springs. Nice, nice. Okay. So putting these springs on here. This is what enables it to kind of just maintain its position in space, I would think. Yeah. So it kind of just wants to support itself. GLED OP ESP32. I will. That is a rabbit hole that is not today, though. That is a not today rabbit hole. There's one. So we're almost done. Yeah, so I hear that the Home Assistant and smart home stuff is a very deep, dark rabbit hole that is not kind to one's checkbook. I want to consolidate some of my NAS stuff. I have that Raspberry Pi NAS, but that is set up with like no RAID at all. So there's 2 hard drives in that are not redundant in any way. So that's not great. I got that hard drive the other week. Theseus one had three 1 terabyte drives in there. One of them was bad. They're from 13 years ago. So I've got that set up in a mirrored setup with the two good drives. So that gives me a terabyte. In this whole setup thing, my Raspberry Pi NAS stopped working, so that was a nightmare. Ended up getting it going and not losing any of my data, but it scared the crap out of me. Ended up upping my iCloud so I could back up a bunch of stuff on there. Oh, come on. Don't do this to me. Now I gotta go in here, manually tell you to stop it. No, I know, there's no whiteboard. You're really sad about the lack of whiteboards. All right, so here we go. Damn. So I was originally going to do a 400 one. Definitely don't need a 400 one. Good Lord. So this is... Yeah, holy... Yeah. This is a 300. 400 would be freaking gigantic. Look at that. Look at that. That is fancy like. Thank you very much, Hector, for sending that over. Let's work on the rest of this and get this going. So we got heat sets, stuff with Gridfinity. Sweet. All right, so I want to know which one of these. There's like different ones, all for the pine sol, and I don't get it. So I need just like, is there like different models of the pine sol that are different thicknesses? You need different tolerance ones. I don't understand. We'll find out though. Get out. There we go. Lovely. Oh, maybe if you're like doing it with this rubber thing attached or not. Maybe. Does it want me to take this off? Guess it wants me to take this off. I can't tell what's what over here, so we're just going to go with the one that looks the nicest as far as print-wise go. Because some of these had a little booger on the side there where it wanted to lift off the build plate. Let's do this. Let's grab our thingamabobber. I just got really dizzy all of a sudden. Ooh. Whew. What the hell? Everything's fucking spinning. Oh. Fuck. All right. That was weird. All right. So, use the stealth press once again for putting heat sets in. All right. So that. Grab some more screws. Oh, I bet you those magnets are for these Gridfinity bins. That's what those are for. Robin stuff. Well, it holds up pretty good. Oh, Christ. This is kind of a pain to get down in there. All right. Now, where's my bins? Here's one of my bins. There's the other one of my bins. Whew. We're having fun now, boys. Of course, I broke that. You stay right like that. We'll give her the old taparoo. It's because that one magnet's not quite in the right spot. Then we crack this. So what we're going to do get out the nail polish remover, aka acetone, because it was the cheapest way to buy acetone. I also need to get that off the end of my driver. I don't know where it went. Moment. Got glue on the end of it. But yeah, so we're gonna get something and put some acetone on here and acetone weld this back into one cohesive piece. See if I figure out where I put the toothpicks. Where did I put the toothpicks at? In here. That'd be a negative. All right, on to plan. like C. These acid brushes. Boom. And briefly, she will be one piece again. All right. Put that back in there. It's the same both ways. Put our acetone back. Dead blow back. Clean this up. Then we'll get get a cord out. Debating screwing that down because while I wasn't planning on leaving it on this bench, it might be a while before whatchamacallit is done. The other workbench. And we can use it till then. I just have a couple holes in this bench. This black on here is a sheet of ACM. It is a long way from my power supply, though. How long of a cord do I have? As well as this morning has been going, this is probably a really risky maneuver. How long of a cord is this? Need like a 10-foot USB cord. USB-C cord. There's that. Hey, it reaches over to my 100-watt USB-C power supply thingamabobber. So if I put that there, I can use it in this manner. Take this back through here. See if this cord works. Yes, yes. Perfect, perfect. It works. So we got it hooked up. Yeah, like so. All right. Well, let's see. There's that. Put that there. That there. There we go. We have to get like a 10-foot long USB-C cord, I think. All right. Let's put some magnets. So how many of these do we have? 12. So that's a really weird number. That's exactly half of what we need. Well, no magnets for now. We'll have to order some. No big deal. Yep. So, clean this all up. So, yeah. Shout out to Hector over at Fabrico, whole Fabrico crew, for sending this out. Turtle crawler for the design. It is sweet. I mean, that's pretty sweet. We're gonna move some stuff out of the way so we can, real quick, give this a test. See how all this is gonna work out. Tips for that. Let's just go ahead and pour those in there. Put this other chip in there. Put this up there. There we go. Put that in with the soldering stuff. That out of here. M5 random stuff. And some M5 washers. Some screws to sort and put away. Is there anything in this manual that I need to know? Feel like no. All right, excellent. So anyway, if you are watching and you're not one of the bots, where'd you go? I'm here. See me? Down Under Maker, how's it going? Seems like you're showing up for the very end of my stream, just like I showed up for the very end of yours. We show up to each other's streams and just end it. Like, oh, fuck, he's here. Time to go. No. So, this is what we've done. Whoa. Can we get a better view of this? Can we get a better view? Can we get a better view? We've made this lovely contraption. Frax. Heat set tool. Ooh. Yes. Yeah, sure. Yep. Frax. Even more awesome than I had imagined. Super excited to have it. Link in the description over to Fabrico site if you would like to grab one of your own. They're currently on pre-order. They came in, they sold out. More is coming. Dinner with the fam? Nice. I have been up and at it since 1 a.m. my time. So I have been thinking about this. You did a camera mount setup, and I really want to get something. And I had looked at getting like a piece of quarter 20, like mounting off the wall. But then I remembered I can't remember where I put it. Where'd you go? Where did I put you? Where, oh, where is my little dog? Thought I put it all back there. The fuck? Somewhere around here is 10 meter plus long sticks of 2020 extrusion. Now this is bothering me. I was thinking about making some sort of mount out of that. Where did I put that? Could have sworn I set it back here. Oh, here it is. I thought it was a piece of wood. It was behind a piece of wood. Anyway, so yes, giant pack of 10 2020 extrusions to make some sort of setup for top-down camera up here. I don't know, but thinking I'll use this on the new workbench, both as to do like all the camera rigging and stuff like that. I don't have one. I don't have a top-down camera setup at all. I have a tripod. But she ain't great. But yeah, I've been streaming since like 2 a.m. my time. It is now 7 a.m. my time. Before this, we did stream, I was working on fixing the Trident because that got messed up. Trying to get all this cleaned up. Gotta go get the old lady awake to go to the grocery. I need to charge this mouse. My mouse is in need of a charge. All right, so we'll put these in here. So yeah, workbench is going to be 6 feet by 30 inches. 30 inches for those, and the rest of the world is like 76 centimeters. So 3/4 of a meter by just shy of 2 meters. Yeah. And then I want to do a PC on there just for streaming. And the fracks on there. I would like to, so been in my head thinking about like build surfaces, and I think it would be really cool. So I'm going to do 3/4 inch ply for the top. It's going to be built on 2x6s and 4x4s. 4x4 posts for the legs. All the framing is going to be 2x6. Then going to put the those drawers by Gerari underneath, mount up underneath, and then I think it'd be cool if come up around that with like a piece of like a trim piece, and have a piece of granite on half of it for building printers on that. Just permanently, that's the surface, and then the other half get, I don't know, maybe like butcher block or something, and do butcher block on the other side. So half the table's butcher block, half of it's granite. Yeah, there's quite a few stone places around, so I'm going to talk to some of them, see what my options are, see if I can get a sponsor for the filament for the drawers, and I don't know, I'll shoot Micro Center an email. You know, I'm sure their answer is going to be no to wanting to sponsor the PC for the thing, but you never know. They've got a lot of maker stuff. Maybe they'll want to sponsor the filament too. Sponsor a PC build, sponsor the filament. It's a different use case for, you know, there's stuff than, you know, the gaming PC build streams that all the tech channels do. And I know they sponsor what's his name? How am I blanking? Zach Freeman. Some of his stuff. So maybe they'll be interesting. Maybe they'll be interesting. Anyway, again, thanks to Fabrico for sending over this kit. It was an awesome build. Fun build. Quick and easy, one day kind of thing. I'm going to be gone for this week. So maybe a stream on Sunday morning, next Sunday, the 6th. We'll see how it goes. If we do, we're going to be building this thing with my daughter. It is air hockey table by Print Kits, from Print Kits, whatever. Brian Vines, designer of the thing. My 5-year-old super excited. She absolutely loves air hockey. Yeah, I'll be on vacation, so probably be laying in the hotel. I might hop on. Do me a favor, because I've set it to get notifications for your streams to my phone. I don't get one. I don't know why. YouTube will not push it through. Just this 1 week only. Shoot me a message on Discord when you're going live. Because like I said, I'll be sitting in a hotel room, but I'll end up forgetting about it. Actually, you know what? Wednesday, it might not be. Wednesday, we're headed up to New York City. But send me a message anyway. Might be on a train coming back at that time. And bored out of my mind on a train. Anyway, y'all. Sorry for being late. Sorry it's so early for everybody. Just trying to get some stuff done, get some stuff fit in. Gotta get ready to go on a trip. Wanted to get this thing built. It is so freaking awesome. This thing's so freaking awesome. Love it. I love it. Love this thing. It's freaking sweet. Anyway, thanks for watching. Drop a like, and see you on the next one. Have a happy 4th of July, everyone.